Hello, so I want to do a video on this day one checklist that I have right here. So let's go over the syllabus. So this is the syllabus. The format's kind of off a little bit. There's a new template, and I think it was created in Word and we edited it in Google, so that kind of creates some quirks. So let's see. So course objectives. We're going to learn how to navigate a browser DOM, create a portfolio website, use CSS3 to style HTML, have an introductory knowledge of semantic HTML. Sorry. Discuss waterfall and agile workflows, run scrums and Kanban boards, and Git repository and flow. So this is an outline of some of the things that we'll be doing, as you can see right here. HubSpot Academy. HubSpot itself is a CRM tool, which all organizations use, whether you're in sales or retail or you're in education. Pretty much all organizations utilize CRM because it stands for Customer Relationship Management, and they want to manage their customers. They want to know who they are, what they're looking for to tailor their customer experience, to create that sale, to get them enrolled, to do whatever it is that they're looking to accomplish. So HubSpot Academy is an online free learning platform to help anybody really learn how to utilize HubSpot or some tactics in regards to marketing. And one of the things that you guys need to think of yourself as, especially as a web development, is as a marketer. Whether you're going to be looking at freelancing or you're looking to work in a bigger organization, the purpose of a website is to sell or inform. And if you're going to be selling it something, you need to make it appealing for somebody to make that purchase. If you're going to be informing somebody of something, you need to make it appealing enough so somebody would actually want to be read or learn whatever it is that you're trying to teach. So one of the things I want you to focus on this 8 weeks is social media certification. Again, I want you to think over the next 2 years of yourself as a freelancer. So social media is today's word of mouth. Social media is today's marketplace. And I want you to have a good idea of how social media can be used responsibly and effectively. So I want you to do this social media certification on HubSpot Academy. The course itself is about 5 hours. You can speed it up, time and a half, double time. But it is about 5 hours, and there is an exam at the end of the course. So you have this entire 8 weeks, complete this 5-hour course. And this is not a good spot to do this. You can hear the dogs, sorry. So you have the entire 8 weeks to complete this 5-hour course, and you complete the test, the exam at the end. Now the exam is not, the exam can be difficult. It honestly took me 2 or 3 tries to complete it successfully. So, and then at the end, after you complete the certification, I want you to put it on LinkedIn, showing and start building up your repository of certifications here. And yeah, so that's how you receive full credit for that at the end of the 8 weeks to complete the 5-hour training and successfully complete the certification exam and post it on LinkedIn. I put my dogs out. All right. So AWS, we'll be talking more about AWS and how we're going to incorporate that into our classroom where possible. We are not a cloud computing certificate degree, so I can't incorporate all the aspects of it, but whenever it's possible to host a static website, just to get you used to some of the components of it, we will. Course materials, you need your laptop, which you got with the JavaScript class if you are enrolled in the JavaScript class, and a notebook and pen or pencil. Though that notebook and pen and pencil, in my personal opinion, can help make or break your success in the course. Just again, used to the idea of writing and encoding, and just to me, it's in my personal opinion, and there's studies that also state this about the act of writing helps you have a better understanding of what it is that you're trying to learn. Use of electronic devices, we use them, don't abuse them. We use Blue Quill. Blue Quill's a bit of a learning curve for me right now. Yeah, just bear with me on that. We'll figure stuff out. Etiquette. Hawking College delivers many courses online, so just be professional and respectful. Policy regarding honesty. So there's a code of ethics that we expect, even though the field of web development is very much about open source, using other people's code and using that to kind of make your own. But it's kind of a gray area. You don't want to say you completely did everything from scratch when you didn't. And that's the expectation, that you kind of got code from someone else. So just bear that in mind. If you want to pursue an academic grade appeal, there's a link right there. You can also do the same thing with student grievance, due process procedures, accommodations disability notice. I myself, as you may or may not know yet, I have a hearing disability. Um, and my ask from you guys to help me be able to work with you guys effectively is for you to speak up. If you guys have any particular issues, that you can go to the ADA office and, file it and do whatever the process is for that. Or you just come talk to me. It's like, hey, I got this issue, and if you don't want to mess with the ADA thing, I may advise you to still do the ADA thing, but at least I'm aware. Whenever I was in my undergrad, I didn't actually do the ADA thing. I just make sure I sat up front and told the teacher, hey, I have a hard time hearing, and they were fine with it. If you do want to use the hearing as an example, if I'm hearing impaired and I was a student, I would be sitting up front in class, and I would, like I said, have a conversation with the teacher. I would do my part to help myself. If I would be sitting in the back of the class, and not wanting to move up front, even if the teacher recommends it. If I insisted in sitting in the back of the class instead of moving up front, I am not doing my part to help myself. So I'll do whatever you guys need me to do, but I need you also to do your part to help yourself. Academic Success Center, we talked about that in another video. There's resources such as tutoring and stuff in there. Attendance policy. So this is very, very important. So if you are in an 8-week course, which this is, you're allowed to have one unexcused absence. If you have more than one, you are dropped, and you are not allowed to re-enroll. And you'll be required to repeat the course and all the charges that go with it. So if you can, my expectation is for you to communicate with me. If you're not able to make it, have a valid reason and communicate that with me. I know a lot of you guys work and have other responsibilities. Communicate that with me. As long as you're doing the work online and submitting what you need to submit, I think we'll be okay. So the way you guys will earn your grade is there's going to be projects or exercises. You earn 50 points, 20 points deducted every day it's late. There's weekly activities such as podcasts, lightning talks, etc. It's graded based on content and participation and attendance. Okay, so that is the syllabus. Back to here. Expectations. So we're going back to the checklist thing. Expectations from instructors. These are the expectations that you can have from your instructors and Hawking College as a whole. For us to provide the structure, accountability, resources, credibility, opportunities, and networking opportunities. Those are the things that we're going to provide to you for the next 2 years and beyond, if you want to utilize some other resources. From the students, we expect you to communicate, be punctual with your attendance and assignments, be patient with yourself, and grow in your confidence. This is not an overnight thing where you're going to figure everything out. There's definitely a learning curve in this field, so just be patient with yourself. Be polite and curious. Be helpful to others in the classroom if you see you're struggling. Be open to learning. Be respectful to your instructors and your peers. Treat your education experience as a job that you enjoy. If you're in my class, you're interested in web and app development, and hopefully that's something that you're going to enjoy doing. So treat it as something that you're coming in and learn something cool and that you're going to enjoy it. You should treat that with all your gen eds as well, even though it may not be true. Excuse me. So you need to practicing to learn and improve your skills. We expect you to practice. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a one-time. I understand it all. It's practice and repetition. I mentioned the pen and notebook earlier. Actually, one way you can learn how to write code is by writing it by hand, and not using the online IDE. And that will help you have a better understanding of the relationship with the tags and the terminology that's being used. There's no fairy dust or magic wand to help you honestly have a good understanding of this. I think today we live in such a high-speed society where things are so instantaneous. I mean, if you're hungry, you can order Uber Eats and have it delivered to you, right? And this is not how it works for skills. You cannot just say, I want to take this quiz online. You cannot just say, I'm going to do this thing once and a magic wand will bump me on the head and I'll have an understanding of it. It doesn't work that way. I passed out computers. So we did lightning talks. If you were there in the first day or two. Let's see. So, Cengage. I didn't really go over this in class. That's my bad. Okay. We'll go over Cengage here in a little bit. Okay, mine time. So, HubSpot Academy. So, you go to that link and we'll take you academy.hubspot.com. And remember on the syllabus, I mentioned the social media certification. This is where you would go to sign up for those courses. So you would click sign up for free courses. You would enter your information. I'm not going to do that here because I already have an account and I can't create another one. There is a point where you get asked for your URL. Just put the hawking.edu. Doesn't really matter, I don't think, what you put in some of those areas. The point is just for you to create an account. But you do need a URL. Like I said, you can use hawking.edu. If you get stuck on that when you're trying to create an account, let me know and I'll help you walk you through it. Let's see. So after you create an account, let's go ahead and do log in so you can see what it looks like. That's right. Process. Okay, I'm back. That's my sales dashboard, which is not what I wanted. Process again. Okay, I think I got it. So once you create an account and go to academy.hubspot.com, may take you to a page that looks like this. You can look at the about the academy, learn more about what it is, certifications, and courses. So we're going to click on certifications, and we're going to search for social media. It's not quite what I want. Try this again. I think this is it. Okay. Social media certification course. So we're going to go ahead and hit start now. Okay. And let's see. So this is a social media certification course. Talks about why you need a social media strategy. So this is what the interface will look like. So you can see it's broken down with quizzes in between. Okay, I had to plug in or I was going to die. Okay, so this is the video.
Hi, I'm Crystal from HubSpot Academy. Let's learn why.
I want to mute it and go over some of the stuff on here. So you can do autoplay, which basically means like once this video is over, it'll automatically go to the next one or to the next quiz or whatever it is. It's not a big deal on or off. You can play speed, so you can do it at halftime, regular time, time and a half, and double time. I usually do probably about time and a half or double. I've just for me, if I do at 100%, I kind of lose interest a little bit easier. So it talks about why having a social media strategy helps you expand your other marketing efforts, build brand awareness, and I want you to think of yourself as a brand. It's the most powerful drivers for the word of mouth. You can use social media to attract buyers. We'll continue to play on that. Turn on the closed captions. So I like to use the closed captions, and they're pretty well done. Sometimes on YouTube, since YouTube does its own captions, unless you pay for it or do your own, but we just let YouTube do its thing. Sometimes they're kind of off, but this one I found the captions to be really well done. Let's see. So you can do in English. There's, like I said, I have it muted right now. You can expand, go to full screen. I'm not going to do that. And talks about what the lesson is, and there's also a tab for resources. You can download the slides. You can download the transcript. There's some articles. And like I said, there is a study. There is an exam at the end of this. And you can download a study guide. Okay. So you can use that as a resource. Yeah. So that's there as well. It was honestly after like the first time or two that I took and I failed that I actually pulled out the study guide. And I realized how hard it was going to be. So yeah, just be aware of that. That's due at the end of the 8 weeks. Close that out. AWS Educate. If you don't already have an AWS Educate account, this is where you would go to join it. You would click that you're a student, and then there's some questions that You can answer. You do need to use your hawking.edu email. And yeah, I'm not going to complete this, so I can't go to page 3, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Again, if you get stuck, let me know and I'll help you out. VS Code is the IDE that we're going to be using. So go ahead and get that downloaded. The more you'll use it, the more you'll learn why it's one of the more popular, if not the most popular IDEs right now, how it makes your life a lot easier as you're writing code and you're learning things. And yeah, so you would go to that link and click download and yeah. GitHub. If you don't already have a GitHub account, we will be using GitHub. We'll be learning some of the concepts of Git, and we'll be using GitHub as our platform. And so you just need to create an account if you don't already have one. Okay, so to sign up for GitHub, you click sign up, create a personal account. Just create a personal account. It may somehow direct you to create a repository. Don't worry about that right now. Just create an account. So we'll go over more on extensions in class. So that's pretty much it. Okay, go back to Cengage. Okay, go back to the course. Here on the syllabus section up here, there's an icon that says Cengage. I think that's one we need to click. Okay, so mine looks different because I'm an instructor, but you should be taken to a page that's going to ask you to create an account. So just create an account if you haven't already, and then you'll be using MindTap. You'll have access to the book through MindTap. If you get stuck, if you need to actually access books through Cengage, or if you want to look some of the other titles that you have access to, and it's not letting you do it, just come see me and I'll help you figure out what's going on with it. There's been some students that's had a little bit more difficulties getting access to their account than others. Sometimes it gets fixed on its own by the next day, and sometimes I need to contact Cengage. So just come see me if you get stuck on anything. So I think that's pretty much it for the checklist that we went over on day 1 for the HTML class. Okay, let me know if you have any questions on that.